integrate Typeform with HubSpot to easily identify, engage, and qualify leads collected from your sign-up form, product recommendation quiz, or feedback survey. With this integration, you can create new HubSpot contacts, update existing contacts, and even send responses to HubSpot companies, deals, or other custom properties. Let's see how to set up this integration. In this example, I'll use a form that's collecting signups to a mailing list. I'll add the responses collected in this form as new HubSpot contacts, and then use these contacts to create a mailing list in HubSpot. It's important to have a question in your form that collects an email address, which can be either the email question type or the contact form question type. This is so that we can create a new contact in HubSpot. We also have a yes or no question asking respondents if they'd like to subscribe to our mailing list. We'll use this question to identify contacts to add to our mailing list. If you're adding other questions, double-check our Typeform and HubSpot mapping article to make sure that the Typeform questions you've added can be mapped to HubSpot fields. We also have two endings in our form. One for those who want to subscribe to our mailing list, and one for those who don't. Make sure to add a distinct keyword or phrase to the end screen for those that want to join the mailing list, like the word opting in, so that we can filter for this later in HubSpot. Finally, we'll go to the Logic tab and set up an outcome quiz. Those who want to subscribe to our mailing list and say yes in question 2 will go to end screen A. And those who don't want to subscribe and say no in question 2 will go to end screen B. Now we're set. Let's publish our form and head over to the Connect panel to set up the integration. We'll find HubSpot and click Connect. Here you'll find some helpful tips on setting up the integration. Next, we'll click Authenticate. If this is your first time connecting a form to HubSpot, you'll be asked to log in and authenticate your account. If you've previously authenticated a form, you won't have to worry about authenticating again. Next, we'll map our Typeform fields to our HubSpot properties. Some fields will be automatically mapped for you, like the all-important email question. You can map additional fields by clicking here. Since this is a simple form, I'll only map the email field. Then make sure that you select this box so that new records will only be created if an email address is provided. You can scroll down to map company info or deals. Let's try mapping a deal. In the drop-down here, we'll see winning outcome. This field is created when you create an outcome quiz or a score quiz, like we did earlier. Then map it to our next step field so that we can set up a new mailing list in HubSpot. Then select the pipeline and deal stage that you want to send it to. Finally, you can enable source tracking on your form to see where your subscribers are coming from. Then we'll hit Save and our integration is set up. After filling in some test responses, choosing both outcomes, let's see what this looks like in HubSpot. In the Contacts view, we can see that new records have been created from our Typeform submissions. Awesome! Now let's add a filter for those who want to subscribe to our mailing list. Under Deals, let's add a column to our table for Next Step. Here we can already get a preview of which of our contacts chose to subscribe to our mailing list. This is our end screen text, where we'll find the keyword that we'll use to filter our list. So let's create a new list. Under CRM, click Lists, then click here to create a new list. I'll call this list Typeform Subscribers, then click Next. Then I'll click to add a filter. I'll add the filter on the deal, then click Deal Properties. Next, I'll search for Next Step. Then I'll set the parameters to contains any of, and then add the value, which is the keyword opting in that we added to our end screen. And voila! Only those who said that they wanted to subscribe to our mailing list will show up here. We'll click to save this list, and we're set. This list will dynamically update every time someone fills in this form and opts in to receive emails. And that's it. We've now set up the integration, created new contact entries in HubSpot, and used the responses to create a new mailing list in HubSpot. Stay in contact with Typeform and HubSpot.